Hello and welcome. This is the Grand National special video with me, Flat Cap Callum. I'm hoping you are all very well. Okay, coming up on this video, it's a one-off special just for the Grand National. Those of you who are regular viewers, this video forms part of our Saturday stake. So there is £20 being invested predominantly on the Grand National on this video. This is also suitable for newbies and beginners. So I'm going to have some beginner bets and then I will have intermediate bets and I'll try and explain it as we go. So I will run you through my best bets for the Grand National in singles and accumulators, and then whether or not you want to do a simple straightforward bet from them, you can take that away, or whether you want to make it more complex and do the accumulators, you can too. There will be, for those regular viewers, I will be doing another video on Saturday morning with some additional bets as well as this. But this is kind of part one of Saturday if you're a regular viewer. If you're a new viewer, casual viewer, you're popping in for the first time, you're here for Cheltenham and you've gone and you're back again, this is a one-off special that will work hopefully nicely for you too. Okay, what have I got? Grand National. First thing I'm doing actually before I go into the actual horses, where to put the Grand National bets on, because through my channel I put all the bets on through a Sky Bet account, because on most days of the week Sky Bet are the best place to put on bets. That is not true tomorrow. Sky Bet are the only bookie at the moment who are paying 7 places of any major firm, so you can get 7th place. But let's be honest and work out the maths here. There's 40 horses running. You've got a 1 in 40 chance of winning. Likewise, you've got a 1 in 40 chance of coming 7th. So on the basis that Sky Bet are paying 1 extra place, but they have not got best price guarantee, which is a really important factor. So best price guarantee means if you put the bet on now, right now, as soon as you put this video on, and the starting price is bigger, you will get the bigger price, whether it's the price you chose now or the starting price. So best price guarantee is trumping an extra place. The best place to put your bets on if you already have an account is through Bet365. They are running their annual offer, which is bet up to £125, and they'll give you half of the money back. So Bet365 is the best bookmaker if you already have an account online to bet with. Other than that, I would say any bookmaker online offering you best price guarantee at this point is better than Sky Bet's extra place, because you've got a 40-1 chance of being the unfortunate person who has picked the horse that comes 7th. Hopefully that makes sense. If you are going to go in through high street bookmakers, it doesn't really make that much difference, I don't think, where you're going to put your bet on. The vast majority of bookmakers will pay you out up to 6 places on the Grand National. Okay, any questions, as usual, shove them in the comments. What have I got? Here is my list of Grand National single bets. So if you are a beginner and you're not used to betting, the simplest thing you can do is take these 5 horses all at £1 each way. That means if they win, you win some nice money. If they come 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th or 6th, you get a little bit of money back. You don't get any more money for 2nd versus 4th or 5th, for instance. But it's an each way bet. So if you were going into a bookmaker's, literally you could write 5 times, as I've done at the bottom here, £1 each way singles. The prices I've got here are currently the Sky Bet prices. For my channel, I'm putting the bets on through Sky Bet, even though I've just told you it's not the best place to put them on, because I want it to be consistent with the rest of what I'm doing for the channel. But for what these bets are is all of the bets I'll be taking the starting price. So these prices are what the prices are now. I will be putting on starting price. What I'm saying to you is the best place to do is put your bets on at Bet365 online if you've already got an account. If you haven't, use a bookmaker that gives you best price guaranteed at the moment. That is better than Sky Bet's extra place. So let me talk you through the 5. Eclair Surf. That is my number 1 horse that if I was doing a sweepstake, I would be most happy to pull out of the sweepstake. I think that's head and shoulders form-wise above everything else. Its last run, it was 2nd to a horse that then went on and won the Scottish Grand National. The time before that, it absolutely smashed a horse that then went and was placed in one of the big handicaps at Cheltenham. Hands down, it's got the best form, I believe. It's the Grand National. There's 40 horses. There's a bunch of fences. Anything can go wrong. So just because you might think it's the best horse doesn't mean it's going to win. And that's why we go with multiple horses. And I'm gone with 5 for what I'm doing here. So Eclair Surf is my number 1 horse in terms of if I pulled it out of a sweepstake. Number 2, Dingo Dollar. If I had one bet on the Grand National, that's the horse I would put the money on. My belief is that horse has been trained ready for this race. It's got a very similar profile to Aurora's Encore that some of you remember won the Grand National at 66-1. Same trainer and the same jockey on board for this horse. It was second in the Scottish Grand National last year, exactly the same as Aurora's Encore. It was second in the Scottish Grand National the year before it won. It likes good ground. The only time when people will say, well, it's run at Aintree and it didn't do very well. It ran at Aintree when the ground was soft and it ran over a distance it doesn't like. It likes long distances. It likes good ground. It likes ground in the spring when there's less, your hooves don't get stuck in, basically. So I think that's the best bet in terms of value for the race at the moment. So Dingo Dollar is my number 2 selection at 33-1. Then we go in Santini. Santini's my rogue bet, really. It's sort of got a slightly declining profile, but it's a class horse. And I'm taking a bit of a punt to say that it's still got enough form and that staying might be its gig right now. That staying on a long distance race like the Grand National might be the place for it to go. So it's snuck in really there, but 50-1 is a really decent price for that one. I'm not thinking that's going to win the Grand National. You never know. I'm thinking that might be some place money you can have, because if it stays on its feet and gets round, I think that will be looking at placing. I've then got Enjoy de Allen. So I tipped this up on the 8th of February as I checked back on my videos, 8th of February at 33-1. At that point, that was the value horse for this Grand National. I still think it's a great shout, and that's why I've kept it in my top 5. It's been trained for the race. It's a very, very small yard who sold the horse to JP McManus, who is basically one of the top Grand National owners, owns a lot of horses that run in the Grand National, knows what he's doing, and that horse has been trained. It ran in the Irish Grand National. Bottom 2 both ran the Irish Grand National. Enjoy de Allen was 3rd. That one won, and we'll come to that one. 3rd in the Irish Grand National. They ran it over kind of schooling it really to get it round in its last run. Time before that, it ran a cracker at Leopardstown. It's a little bit short in the prices, but I'm sticking it in. And then we've got Freewheeling Dylan, 40-1. It won the Irish Grand National last year at 150s. It very much like Dingo Dollar. It wants good ground. It wants long distances. Anything else, you're not going to see the best of it. That makes up my 5. So 5, £1 each way, singles on those. Okay, that's your beginner bet. For those of you who want intermediate bets, stay on the line. So, bet 2 is a combo bet. Combo double with the 145 at Aintree. On Sky Bet, this race is paying 7 places. Grand National's paying 7 places. There's a lot less horses in this race. Statistically, you've got a better chance in the 145 of finding a winner or a placed horse than you do in the Grand National. That's why the Grand National is slightly overrated in it as a betting heat. Best race of the year in terms of to have a bit of fun with and to watch as a spectacle. It is not the best race of the year to have a bet on at all, because there are so many runners and therefore that adds to a lot of variables. 145 at Aintree is the best race to have a bet on today in terms of place terms. So we've got Don Levon 11-1, Bushy Park 50-1, and we've got them with Dingo Dollar 33-1, Santini 50-1. Check you, I'm taking starting prices. You can take the prices as you find. So we've got 4 times 50 pence each way doubles. So if you were betting online, you would literally tick 2 in the 145 and you tick 2 in there. And in the multiple section, there should be doubles. And if you put 0.50 and tick each way, and if you Sky Bet, tick starting price, SP, that should be a £4 bet for you. So that's £4 double combo bet. Last bet. We've got a lucky 15 bet with a Grand National horse. So this is, I'll explain what it is for those of you who don't know, but it's a £6 bet we're doing. The 145, so we've already mentioned it, Don Levon 11-1. And then I really wanted to make 4 horses at Aintree, but I just thought the prices weren't there. So I've taken one at Thirsk, the 205 at Thirsk, Barney's Bay. And then we've got the 415 Aintree, another good handicap, Grumpy Charlie, 22s, with Eclair Surf, the number 1 horse for the National. 20p each way, lucky 15. Again, if you're in an online account, all you need to do, in the multiple section that you will find, there should be a thing that says lucky 15, and you put 020, so 20 pence, tick the each way button, and that is your bet on. If you went into a betting shop, all you need to do is write 20p each way, lucky 15, and the name of the horses and the time of the race. That's your bet. Okay, that's what I've got for you for Grand National. For those of you who are regular viewers, I will see you in the morning for part 2 of our betting. For those of you who were just here for the Grand National, enjoy it, whether you take mine or take your own. I just wish everybody could have a winner because it's very exciting. But clearly, when there's a 1 in 40 chance of picking that winner, it's not likely going to happen that we're all on the same horse, is it? So you have a lovely time watching. I'll enjoy watching too, and I'll see you soon. Thanks very much.